Hi. Hi, everyone. Oh, back again. God, tried to do this the other day. Just didn't work out. I I went live, right? And then I put up like the screen comes up or whatever, and my screen was just like black. Like it wouldn't show uh that it was working right. Um so I assumed it just wasn't working right. It's never done that before. So I just turned it off. I just stopped it, and then like I tried to do it again, and it still was like that. And then I didn't get it figured out by the time I had to go to work, so I just left. So yeah, Vloggish. This time it's working out. Um, Thanos, what's good? How are you? I know it's been quite a while since I've done any of these, but there's some new stuff out to talk about, right? Cool. Um, I had a more involved title for this. Yeah, what's up happening? Yeah, somebody else had asked about it. I wasn't even sure anyone caught it because I deleted like after I stopped the videos, I deleted them right away. So I didn't wasn't even sure if anyone noticed. Um, but somebody commented in another video, so I figured if they seen it, maybe somebody else did. So I figured I might as well just clear the air. What happened there? So we got some stuff to get into. I know. Hey, I mean, I know I've been putting up a lot of videos about friggin' boots, and like, it's probably not what the majority of people are here for. I apologize. It's just kind of the way it is. The reason I apologize is because I've been there. I've been on the other side of that, where I watch reviewers that I know and love, expecting vape content, and what do I get? I get e-bikes, I get guitars, I get fucking, I don't know, goddamn headphones or some random shit. It's and I'm not talking about one person. It's like a lot of them. A lot of the reviewers that have any recognition, like they've all branched out into something else. And it's not like I have hard feelings against them. It's just like a general like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like it's not what I signed up for here. And I'm sure that feeling is probably being shared. It's like now I'm, you know, on the other side of that mirror doing that to other people, I imagine. So sorry about that. Um, it's not going to last forever. Nothing does. Um, I'm sure the boot thing's going to continue for a bit, and then I'll get back into vaping, and then the boot, it's whatever. Who knows? I'm probably going to be doing a lot of like creative videos too, like music video type shit, or just like whatever I can figure out, when it gets nicer out. I'm going to make an e-bike video. I got an e-bike coming. God, I've been waiting for it for fucking ever, since early April. I've been waiting for this thing. I was supposed to have it by now. It's like a really nice one. I know I'm sure a number of you are into that kind of stuff. It's called a Goat e-bikes. It's called a Power Goat V2. It can go like 50 miles per hour. It's built like a cafe racer style motorcycle. It's pretty neat. But I wanted the best one, and fucking that's what I got to deal with. Like, best for the money anyway. It's not like Suron expensive, like 4 to 6K. It's like $2,000. But yeah, something decent. So yeah, I mean, I grabbed some like still shots, stuff I thought that looked cool. lately, vape wise, that we could like talk about a little bit, Oh shit. This should have been in the title. I didn't talk about this before, right? Didn't it, or did I talk about this last video? I hope. No, I think I did. We did talk about this, didn't we? The Colt 45. So I went back a little too far. The new BMM mod, Colt 45. It's a collab with Colt RBA. Yeah, we did talk about this. Okay. Um, moving up the gallery here. We don't have to watch them. Don't worry, dude. We don't have to watch them. We just we just let that shit die. No, I'm kidding. Okay, I'm just joking. It's like, yeah, exactly. No gun to your head. It's just there. Oh shit! I forget who makes this. Oh, it's got to be Hussar. Oh, yeah, it is Hussar. So it says Mateus. So check this out. This it looks like Hussar basically took the lore, right? They took the lore body and they kind of fucked with it and they turned it into a side by side. And it's got like a little wheel that looks like you can raise and lower for the drop of the atomizer, the RTA. Has everyone seen this? Yeah, so, and I hope I know what it's called. Probably don't. The CIMI, that's what it is. CIMI. CIMI micro configuration. So it can do a whole bunch of stuff. It can be a side by side. It can be a boro mod with this weird attachment. I guess you have to have their specific RBA or boro tank, their specific tank. It's like a fill plug. Well, you could see it. I like the little sheath that goes over it. I mean, it's cool. I think this is cool. This is creative. It's something. Oh, God. I mean, it's something. God, you know what I mean? I'm so tired of seeing 3D printed exposed battery mods. Even though this is an exposed battery mod, but at least it looks like it's made of Delrin, at least. Pretty cool. I'm sorry if this is like kind of confusing looking. Ugh, it just loves to flip the screen. I'm never gonna catch it right side up. Ugh. You could figure out what the fuck you're looking at, right? Okay. Here it is again. Now you can do it also without the sheath on it. So this, and look, it'll show you, or the cage, they call it. The semi micro cage. The semi big configuration is where it's all exposed. So you see more clear tank or whatever. Talk about the glare and everything. I'll get rid of this. There's a white screen on a different window here. Maybe fucking it up. I don't know, we still got glare, but eh, everything's backwards. Okay, so you can see that mod now. Mod, what a mind fuck. Stop flipping it. Stop. Well, they put it like this in the picture anyway. I want to show it right side up, but I can't. Anyhow, you see how it's a big exposed window right there. Pretty cool looking like that. Open. But then, and then there's the tank attachment up top. Kind of reminds me of this. Kind of reminds me of like the MOAB tank. You know what I mean? A little rectangular box thing. Okay, and here's some more pictures of it, like put together, like Here's with a MOAB in it. So look, you know, the shape of it's kind of like a lure, right? 3 windows, cool. See, there's the stupid exposed battery. I mean, nobody wants a colorful fucking cartoon of a Chinese girl with fucking cannon tits. Like, what are we fucking 12? Like, I don't know why exposed batteries exist. It's just, it ain't there. It ain't there, Buck. It's stupid. Gotta stop doing it. Let it go. I'm sure it's cheaper to make stuff like that. And then there it is again in side by side configuration with an Avant. Cool. What the hell is this? This was like, so Vape Zoo. It's like a fuck. Who makes that thing? The the Hex Ohm. Who makes that? Forget. Yeah, you wouldn't want to drop it because yeah, it's more fragile. But like the key was like that. That was one of the first boro mods. You wouldn't want to drop any of this shit. I've never dropped this. I've had this for years. It's worth. I mean, I spent almost $1,000. Basically, I spent $1,000 on this thing. It's made of fucking resin. It's super fragile. I can't drop this. I have not one. God, I don't want to jinx myself. I have not one fucking scratch on this mod. Now, I have fucked up numerous mods that I kept mint for a long time. I mean, we're talking minor stuff, but nonetheless, they're still tainted now. This one I've managed to keep pristine, and I do take it out. I take it out enough. It's just going strong, you know. Good old Unica. So, all right. Yeah, this thing. It's like the Hex, like Harpy. Harpy is like teaming up with Hex Ohm, and they made like a Harp-Ohn. Harpoon. That could be the name. Harpoon. That's maybe a stretch. Craving Vapor. That's it. Thank you. Yeah, that made the Hex Ohm. So there you can see. You know, you see the raw power Harpy stuff on it. You know, Harpy does great engravings and stuff like that. And then what's the other branding? Yeah, like Harpy Vape 700. Oh, and then it's an 8 with the skull bird mask. And you get a pouch and some kind of pelican case looking thing. Batteries or battery wrap. Zoo Jive. I don't know what I'm looking at. I don't know much about this other company, Vape Zoo, and why they have Hex Ohms. Did Craving Vapor change their name or something? Does anyone get like constant like? I get like I hate going on YouTube on my phone because I end up getting Indonesia. Yeah, I mean that's Harpy. So I hate getting like I look up when I look up YouTube videos on my phone in particular. I get more like memes and posts than anything at this point. It's like it's annoying. Like it's YouTube. It's for videos. If I want to look at memes, I'll go on fucking Facebook or something. Like I get shit like this, and it's like it's okay, funny. Like that's good and all, but like that's not. It's not what I'm here to look up. All these stupid work photos. You know, you see bushes. Now you don't. Dumb shit like that. Where is the? Oh, look at this mod. Okay, this is Gepetto and is this Monarchy or Hussar? Same thing. Whatever. Who cares? But I love this mod. I guess this is a flow, Gepetto flow. God, the colors are so vibrant. It's not doing justice on this screen. They're bright. I mean, I'm sure it's photoshopped and all, and there's that tank. They have like this bell cap thing. It's basically like a uni tank from U-Mods, but it's all clear and bell cappy and pretty. Except they have that. They're back to doing that like whistle tip thing that they had on the J3 SV3. I don't like that much. I used to really like whistle tips, and now I'm like, meh, I'm not a big whistle tip person. You have a few good round tips, and then you're like, nah. Look at this. I have all these pictures of like beer, like so I don't have to like write how many I need of each thing to stock. Just all these random pictures. I was walking on my break. This kid right next to this supermarket. He was like 10 years old. Was fishing, and just as I was walking by, he caught this fish. He caught a bass or whatever. I'm not much of a fishing expert, but here's the fucking bike that I'm waiting for. And when it comes, I'll definitely make a video or two on it. All right, I know I got some more vape shit on here. Here's my good old Stashbox 2.1 with the matching screen and the matching dash pouch there. All right. Well, we could talk about the dope, the new dope coming out. Oh, I found a picture I want to talk about, but let's just talk about the dope first, right? The Dope R. Look, initially I was just told there was a new VWM RBA coming out. My mind, my imagination ran, and I thought, oh my god, cool. What could they do? They might do something really different, something unique, something special, something different. I just wanted to see something different. That's all. And I didn't get that. And then I had, somebody in particular bidding on me about it, like as if it is different. It's not. It's the same thing. It's basically a dope for anybody that wants one brand new that never got one brand new or wants another brand new one. That's what it is. Kind of like how the Innova is basically the Integra. Really, I think the Innova is more unique than to the Integra than the Dope R is to the Dope, and which makes sense. The name didn't even change. It's still called the Dope. It's just called the Dope R. R for revision. R for revised. New. I have a Borat R, right? See the R? I don't know if you can. Borat R. Okay. It's still a Borat. It's still just like my old Borat. It's just got some slight changes. I don't. If I didn't have one and only needed one, it wouldn't fucking matter which one I had. I mean, I guess you wouldn't have certain like sealant or whatever. It might not be. It's just very minor changes. Is what I'm getting at. So to me, one is as good as the other. I'm not gonna get a fucking dope R when I have a dope right here. I use it every day of my life. This works just fine for me. I don't need another one. So that's my opinion on that. I mean, I looked at it. It has more airflow options. Okay, that's cool. Because this really didn't open up that wide, but it's not really meant to, and it doesn't need to. So Dope R, great for any hardcore VWM enthusiast that would jump at anything they make, or somebody that wanted a dope and never got one, or wants one brand new. I could see the appeal of wanting a brand new RBA, unlike a brand new mod. I mean, mods, as long as it's not damaged, there's no reason it can't be handed down one person to another, and still be fine and just as enjoyable. RBAs are a little bit more because people somehow scratch their shit. I mean, I made a post about it not that long ago. Like, what are people doing when they take the RBA out of the boro? Are they like not just using their fingers because they don't want to get icky fingers? It's like, what are you taking, scissors and Jay hazing it out of there? Like, just like, don't scratch it. Like, it's not that hard not to scratch your shit. But not only the scratches, the taste. You know what I mean? Sometimes you get very used RBAs and they just like, you can't get the taste out. It's just such a hassle. You know what I mean? So for anyone that wants a new one just for the sake of getting a new one, I understand it. It's just not. It didn't grab me because it wasn't anything different enough. Like, same with this. Like the unknown and the midge, right? Didn't really care to get the midge at all because I had this. They're basically the same thing. I'm just going to get more juice capacity out of that. Now, they technically have like slightly different pins by a 0.5 millimeter or whatever, but um, whatever. It's still the same, basically the same concept, same results. And that's where I'm at this point. I used to blindly just jump at anything new that came out. I didn't care if it was $200 or not. It's a new RBA. Now I'm not doing that. So Dope R, cool, but me on a personal level, I just wish it was something different. I don't care what's different about it. People could say, "Oh, well, everything's been done already." Well, that's not true. I mean, unique stuff still comes out, not as often, but it does. I think mod wise, I mean, like just the interchange, the modular thing that Mateus just put out for Hussar, and FTP from Protocol, I think is really neat with the little tanks. What do they call them again? The little tanks. I forget. EYN or El Cigar P tank. Thank you. Yeah, El Cigar has a new mod that utilizes the P tank. And cool. So they basically innovated. They created a whole new thing. It's a whole new kind of tank. You might say, "Oh, well, I already have a bunch of boro mods and boro tanks, so what do I want that? It locks me in." Well, I guess that's true, but when modders are already that quickly adopting this new P tank creation and putting it into use with new designs, then it's a success. Clearly, people see a value in it. They can make smaller mods and more unique shapes, and so that's an innovation right there. It's not like creating a whole new atomizer. It's not like reinventing an RDTA or something, but it's there. Um, so yeah, I mean, little lackluster on the dope thing. But then you have people like this, and I'm not coming at this guy. I'm not even positive. Oh no, I was about to call out the wrong brand. Actually, I was about to say this was Modelsky. They borrow stuff too, but this isn't even them. This is the Optimist I think that's what they're called, Optimist, right? I don't think it's more capacity. I think it's the same capacity as the Boro tank. It's just smaller dimensions somehow. Like they managed to trim what thickness is inside the tank, and like from the bottom and the top. It's fucking it's beyond my you know I wouldn't have been able to think of it, but they did it. Just playing with the dimensions of it. What's the point? You can now have smaller mods, I guess. We're grasping at straws here, but it's still something. Yeah, you can just do smaller mod, like much smaller. When I say like much smaller, like to maintain the same internal capacity and have it that much smaller, like you'll be amazed. It looks like a .RBA stock coil tank or a .AIO stock coil tank. That's what it looks like. So that's pretty cool. How are you? How you doing, Reza? Reza. Let me say your whole name. Reza Ardiencia. Ardiencia? Ardiencia. Something like that. Did you get a slot to buy? You just missed all that. I was just talking about the dope RBA. I did not even bother. I'm not even in the group, by the way. They kicked me out of that group. So, um, yeah, a long time ago, like at least a year ago, probably about a year ago. So, but either way, if I was in it, I wouldn't have bothered. Like the Innova, if I was in there at the time, I probably would have got that, or at least tried to get it. I wouldn't have like paid what people are paying for them, like $400 or some crazy shit. It's so weird how certain things have like maintain or heightened value, and other things just, even if they're great, they just fall off the face of the earth. Okay, this is the thing I wanted to talk about. This is, yeah, like Optimist, I think is the brand. What does this look like to you? I don't know what came first. I imagine this didn't come first. Nice colors. Taste the rainbow. But what is it? Well, it looks a lot like a bootlegger. Looks a lot like the little shit. Yes, BMM. Exactly, Sam. And now this middle one, this brownish copper orange, I don't know what that is. That has a different post or like strut. It has just a center strut. So I guess the Boro can face the other way. I mean, that's cool. And not to say this is a bad shape. I think it's a really good shape. Because I use my, I off, like, look at that shape. So the slanted fire button, it's at a diagonal at the bottom. Look, this button, this is a button. Here's a fire button. Here's a fire button. But I often fire mine like this. And so that's kind of similar to that way you would fire it. Except that's a diagonal and not straight from the bottom. Pretty cool. I mean, but you're taking this idea that's like basically exact. I mean, I guess this is like, it looks like a lumide, whatever the fuck it is. Pretty sure that's what it is. Unless it's like a color 3D print. Maybe it is 3D print. I don't know. Because that's what they usually do, right? The Optimist people. Oh, is it a mech? Optimist does usually just do mechs, don't they? Yeah, I don't see any buttons, but these aren't complete mods yet. And there's like a cavity in here. there's a hole in there where you could put some shit. I don't know. I didn't look into it enough. I just seen these pictures, and I just instantly thought, oh, bootlegger, little snitch. Now, if you look at the rest of the body, I mean, it still technically does have like the Optimist look, of the exposed battery that they do. And they were definitely on that very early on, the exposed battery train. But whatever. I don't know. I'm just meh. I just don't like seeing all the same shit. Now it's easy for me to point fingers and be like, come up with something new, but like still like don't come out with anything at all. And keep thinking about it so you can like come up with something new. Don't just try to that's what happened. Like everyone just wanted to ride the wave. You know what I mean? Like, oh well, this kind of vape stuff can get a lot more money than the old kind of vape stuff. Well, I'll just fucking recycle this and see what happens. That's what happens with movies today. You know what I mean? They just oh that had a high box office grossing. Let's just repackage it and here's something beautiful, beautiful. I I was really enamored by this mod. Um, this is a art and mod. I guess it's like a limitless, I imagine. The paint job on this thing, it's got like white ivory, then like a ivory. I don't know. It's kind of like my fire button. Ooh, can't see any of it. Can't see shit. The fire button has like gold cracks going through it. Anyhow, this one's white with black cracks going through it. All right, let's say less. There's the mod. It looks like a Monet painting or something. Really nice. And then like the ivory Chuma tube, like art and mod, man. That is an artist. That is a modder. That's a high-end modder right there. Alessandro. I mean, I wasn't a big. I did the video on the Jesus Christ, I suck. Omnia. That wasn't. That might be the least intriguing thing for me personally that he has done in the past whatever years, last few years or whatever. But these limitless mods, and that's not exactly a brand new concept, but like he's so big on materials. You know what I mean? Like you can get all the cool. Like this is a West African mahogany burl aged in fucking whiskey tobacco oak in a cask from 10 years ago that was found in an Aztec village buried 20 feet underground. I mean, I don't know what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is you can get really cool, like customizable options with art and mod, which I like. It's not like it's another modder cheaping out on an exposed battery 3D printed mod. That's all I'm getting at. Um, that's what high end's supposed to be, I think. I don't know. Materials, materials. I stress materials. I think materials are more important than exclusivity. And who gives a shit about that anymore? And like I said, this Gepetto thing, I can't get over this. I was going to get one. Maybe if I get closer like I did with that, it'll brighten up. Yeah, I mean, this was. Oh, I wonder if I can find the. I didn't take a screenshot of it. There was this Rezo on MMM yesterday. I'm guessing Paul got it. Bastard. It was the most beautiful Rezo. I mean, blue or not blue. It was green and white. It was just really cool. Last I seen of it, it was going for $1,000. Jeez, does he have that many things on here? Or it's gone? Where'd it go? Oh, it's gone. They have other stuff up here. It's weird how they he deletes the listings, and I just don't think that makes any sense. I should have took a screenshot of it. Frosted DNA or DNA. What the fuck am I saying? Frost. Oh, no one even bid on this, or the reserve wasn't met. $650 for a clear frosted Delro D650. $650 did not meet the reserve. Prices will fuck you up. Oh, look, there's an XO RBA now. We're finding this out together. XO RBA and the tanks. The RBA looks like we got like a cloud RBA kind of shape. The wicking ports are just like kind of Mod Mini-y. Oh, but it goes down. I don't know. I don't know what to think of it. Here's the tanks. I've showed these before. This is a Wick'd type thing. XO. So there is the deck. I'll have to remember all this stuff when I make the title of this video. And then there's the RBAs. XO. I should get one considering it's in the name of my channel, but what's up, Dane? Yours for only $1,000. Yes, it was a super exclusive looking Rezo, though. I'll tell you that. That used to be. That would be cheap. Talk about like a year ago, not a year. Let's say like 2 years ago. Like that would be a deal. Great deal. That's what I mean. Like the numbers of all this stuff is just like there's no end in sight. Here's a clear lure. This auction, this bidding started at $450, 12 hours ago. Ain't one motherfucker give a shit about it. Yeah, it hasn't had one bid on it. Yeah, I mean, nobody cares about any of this shit. Nobody gives a fuck about vape stuff. Monarchy Lazy King. I don't feel like I remember this coming out. Somebody, the starting bid was 125. Nobody's had any interest in that. That's been up for 11 hours. Which sounds like a more rare kind of Monarchy RTA. I don't know if I don't know this one too well. Why is the boro hype not dying out? What's there to go back to? Just the same things. I mean, it's all the same things. We've just been using the same things for years. For the boro hype to die out, they'd have to create something new. There was a boro hype because it was the newest thing that had happened in forever. Nothing new ever happens like that new. It's a whole different kind of style of vaping. They had not only different atomizers to make for it, but different mods to make for it. Different drip tips, different panels. There was a lot of room to breathe for companies to create stuff. I mean, I still think that like RTAs, I mean, to hit the ceiling on RTA designs, I mean, I still have faith that new things can get done. It's just nobody gives a shit to do it. The modders, they probably don't want to take the risk of making stuff and not not coming up with people to buy it after they paid all the money to make it. Here is a Borat, a colored MOAB, sealed in Australia, starting bid 425. Been up for 10 hours. It hasn't had one bid. I mean, so I remember when something like this was at least $1,000, if not like at one time this would cost $2,000. $2,000. Now nobody wants it for $400. So that's just where things have gone. It's time plus economy plus, you know what I mean? It's just interest. It's just, you know, I've said it before, like people that just get into vaping now are going to save a lot of money if they have the money to buy it anyway. But, you know, people do. It's just, is the interest there, or the people that already, or people that do have money for this stuff, they probably already have everything that they want from it already. Or it's like you have to, there's like movements of people that like initially gain interest in it. You know what I mean? It's like, well, if these 5 people learn about the groups all at the same time, then that means they're all going to learn about it together and make comments and questions and all the posts together. And like they're like a fucking crew. You know what I mean? Like there's little movements of crews of people that get interested all at the same time, waves of people, turnovers, and everyone has their like niche, their era, and like after a certain amount of time, it's just like it becomes old news, just like everything in life, you know. So yeah, all right. Here's a clear. Here's a clear Orca V2 for sale. $210. Oh, it's old though. It was only up for 7 hours. That's the new one. That's the brand new one, not the old one. I remember an Orca, just the V1, could be like $700, $800. So yeah, the newer one, but that's also because Evan, the modder, completely abandoned the whole vape scene. You had a lot of that kind of shit happen. So now people that get Orcas, they can't go to Evan to get parts for it because Evan bailed on the whole community. So yes. Yeah, side by sides. I've seen that that's picked up a little bit of steam. I mean, it's funny. That was the last thing that was popular before boro mods, if you remember, because that was the last thing I was into before boro mods. Side by sides. This was like 2020, and yeah, and then it turned into boro stuff. The wave is more calm. What I felt right now, and more people know what they like and what they need for. Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it's what they like. I think it's just what they see other people into. I don't know. I see a lot of stuff. I feel like I have a pretty. I mean, it's clearly subjective because it's mine, but I try to have a pretty objective look on aesthetics and styles and designs and what looks like good stuff. And I've just in the past I've just seen so much good stuff that gets neglected and like pretty like boring things that get like glorified, and it's just like it's very conflicting to see that shit, and it's kind of sad. It's like it ends up not being about the art of it. It ends up being about like the pissing contest of it, or like the Me Too, or like yeah, we all got the we all got the BMMs. I don't know. I'd rather see people like into their unique niche of stuff. You still have that with like certain, there's still some people that are like real into mech mods, I guess, or like fucking steam crave tanks for all I know, whatever. But like with the high end market, they're like all those people, all those type of uh vaping applications I just mentioned, they're like all in the outskirts or whatever. Like, but I just mean like in the high end, like mainstream of it, it's a lot of just like follow the leader type shit. Optimist, yeah. It's called an AIO. Why is it called an AIO? It's still a boro mod. Like I thought that it was fitting when MOAB, where Addy Smith, Hellfire, whatever, named this the MOAB AIO and not a boro mod, because it is an AIO. It has its own proprietary tank that you can't call this a boro mod technically, because it's not the specific borosilica tank. I can't put one of these in here. It's not gonna work. And there's just no fucking way to do it. I can't get the bottom. Oh, there's nothing in here. That would help. Let me see what happens if I do this. Really, everybody? I'm surprised I've never tried this before. So make an adapter. What are you talking about? Oh, for this thing? Yeah. Well. Oh my god, I think it's gonna work. I just have a feeling it's gonna work. I mean, why shouldn't it? Yeah, that's so funny. Oh, I should start supporting this. This is cool, right? Everyone's gonna be like, "Yo, what's that? What's that latest?" Looks ridiculous, but yep, that's time. That's my new Boro mod. See, it's a two-window. Pretty cool. I don't know why I never thought to do that. Probably because it makes no sense, but the regular tank fits in there like a glove. It fits in so perfectly. It feels like just one piece. Doesn't feel like it's a separate tank. That's why I love. That's the good thing about the MOAB. Get a P tank. Yeah, that'll fit in here better, maybe. I would like the FTP. I actually like that mod. I really do. Maybe they'll make a battery door cover for it one day. I actually complained that I did like a backwards, or what do they call those? What do you call a backhanded compliment? That's what I did. I did a backhanded compliment in a comment on Hussar's group. I was like, love the new designs, very modular, pretty cool. But what about the battery door? And he's like, we might be able to do that down the line. Something. He actually like answered it. I was like, oh, cool. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Battery door thing. They're just hung up on it. Is that what people want? Like, they don't. I mean, they're not like, or like modders. Like, is it that daunting to like make these? Is it that much of a pain in the ass? It probably is to get them to fit right. And then people complain about the screw cap ones. I mean, a quarter turn one is fine. I like quarter turn one. They can get hot buttons, like the MOAB can get a hot button from the quarter turn. Oh, you know what else I found out today? Speaking of hot buttons and stuff like that, which made me think of mechs and like um, Stan TenaciousTX. Bogan just did a review on he just came out with a new mod, a new Dreamer. Stan has not done a video or anything in years. I assumed he completely moved on from vaping. I don't know if they just like applied his name to it or who thought of it. You just watched it, yeah. I was very surprised to hear his name mentioned. Um, so I wonder if he really was involved with it or if it's just kind of for show. Because I mean, where has this guy been for so long? I really liked his channel. That's what got me into high end stuff. It didn't get me into billet boxes and everything, but it got me into high end in general. Watching those guys. What else I want to say? And then we seen the gambler video. I imagine dreamer body maybe meant had used his name. I guess Sam even spoke about it though, as if he like was involved. How you doing, Benjamin? Um, yeah, so I thought that was strange that it's it says the Dreamer clutch, meaning it's the clutch system, which that's what my broadside has on it. Broadside Admiral has a clutch system like that. Which is funny because there's a mod called the clutch from like Vape, so how about the fucking the JIO? For years, this man said, you have to be my patron to get a JIO. So anyone that got in his patron like 2 years ago, just for the sake of getting that mod or something, they paid all that patron money just to find out that never mind, it's going to be open to the public anyway. He also used to say, I'm never going to do a video on it. You just have to, if you're not a patron, you're not going to even be able to see it. Well, now you can see it. The side by side was interesting. The 3D printing, I mean, you get so spoiled with BMM stuff. The 3D printing on this is like leaps and bounds better than anybody else's. So it's like nothing can live up to that, really. But yeah, BMM. So the new Gambler really, 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 really reminds me of the M key. It looks exactly like the M key. It has the same button layouts. It looks basically the same size. It may be like a little thinner and taller than the M key, whereas the M key is a little shorter and wider, I think. Those are my impressions of it. I think I still like the Billy Club better. I like the recessed. I like the Billy Club a lot. That's definitely probably my favorite squonk mod. Um, Yeah, right. It's just too M key-ish. I mean, it's cool. It's got the DNA 60C or whatever, but and that print that Ryan had, I don't really feel like it looked like a good print quality or something. I don't know if it was a prototype or it almost looked like it had the distressed body rather than like a sealed body, which it probably did. But I thought he didn't do the distressed bodies anymore. So I don't know. I was very put off when I seen that. I didn't really know what to make of it. Why it why the texture of it appeared the way it did. So yeah, I mean, there you go. There's even someone as creative, who comes up with these designs, um, borrowing from an already well-established mod. I mean, the M key has been around for years. Sub Monkey M key. It's weird. It was around, but then it like regained popularity like a year ago or so. Kind of around when I bought it, I felt like it started picking up steam. Because I got on that group buy through Aaron, the bottom feeders one. A lot of people got it. Yeah. So, anything else? Any other topics? Anyone? I never do this. Ask the audience. Anything you guys seen new that's interesting or mods that you want? Okay. Well, um, yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. I mean, I don't know what to do videos on anymore, weight wise. Retro stuff, I could. Hussar broken RDA. I seen that. I don't know. The broken RDA looked good. I heard a lot of people I heard initially it seemed like people liked it, but then I've also heard a lot of things on the flip side that people didn't like it and there's something wrong with it or whatever. I didn't quite narrow that down, but and then the broken or the Hussar specific one seemed like a more open deck to it, right? Excuse me. Icarus or Isios? Licious, like delicious. Never heard of it. Lemon tart. Good luck. I hope it's good. No, I'm very. Oh, I just see the. I see it, Reza. Um. No, I mean I'm so picky on juices to begin with. I'm sure Australian juices are just different in general. Apparently, U.S. juices are much sweeter than most of the world. Apparently, I don't know. That's what I've heard before. Yes, this is what I wanted to see. This Jake RTA. Yeah. Oh, they're making a replacement deck. Okay, thank you guys. Bungie has brought this up, huh? Let's see if I can find it real quick. I feel like I've seen it. God, I'm so sorry. I've seen it, and the name is very familiar. So I know about this already, but I'm still not like getting a visual. Wait, is the Jake? The Jake isn't the same. No, that was the Croc or whatever. Or Croc. The what the hell was it called? I was just talking about. It's like 4 letters. You know, the bell tank looking thing, bell cap looking thing. Oh yeah, that's it. This thing. This one, right? It looks very old school, doesn't it? This RTA. It's cool. The peak, yeah, it looks like peak cap on it. It's like a top cap that's peak, you know. It's sleek. It's, I mean, God, Monarchy does great design work. That's for sure. The peak cap, I may have like just like a stainless steel one instead. But I guess I wouldn't want the stainless steel drip tube. I don't know. The shape, it looks cool. And then the deck is like, is that open? Yeah, so it's kind of like a, like, well, I guess anything like a mob. You'd wick it like a mob mini or an unknown, or even an unknown RTA. Basically, you'd wick it like. It looks like it would have a nice draw. Oh, here's what I was my first thought about this. The symbol on it, right? The symbol on the side of this RTA is a skull and crossbones with a crown on it. I thought initially, first thing that came to my mind, oh, is this like a Bogan collab? I mean, the skull and crossbones is very Bogan in our industry. You know what I mean? So when I seen that, it's just kind of threw me off. It looks like we still have people really digging these balances, huh? Those straight up balances, getting real carried away with them, huh? I don't. I mean, I have a balance right here, and I mean, this concept is still basically the same, unless you got one of the covers on it. But then it looks like a cologne bottle. So, I mean, that's what this feels. You got like a tube, and then like the tank, so it kind of feels like two tubes. And but where's the fire button on this? It's not in the same spot, is it? I forget. I think it is in the same spot. It's this stupid. It's such a. Let's see where is it in the same spot? Can't see. He's not firing it. Anyhow, this fire button is right fucking here, and it's just like it's not convenient to get to. It's too small. It's too small down here to get to that. So, I mean, hey, there's worse things, but hand feel wise, it's like it doesn't feel as good as it looks. I think that's kind of my take on it. But hey, look, I'm using it anyway. Where the fuck is the juice, though? Um, yeah, don't know where the juice is. Yeah, so you guys like that new Jake? Where'd they get that name? I'm sure they explained it, but the Jake? Well, left field with that one. Fuck. I don't know where my MTurk shit is. Oh, it's gonna bother me. It's gonna bother me until I find it. So I want to use this. Yeah. Wow. I mean, so there's, hey, products will come out. You know what I mean? And look, we just learned about one, the XO one. Um, does it kind of look like anything different? Not necessarily, but it's got a little different. It's got, as long as they do something. I don't fucking know. It's a struggle. It really is. I want to like this shit. Hell, I mean, I invested, and we all have invested a lot of time, and you don't want to see nothing end. You know what I mean? You don't want to see. It's better. Or what is it? Better to burn out than fade away. I don't know how that had anything to do, but that's to do with anything. But I just wanted to say that. I'm just gonna fucking freak out if I don't find this liquid. All right. Yeah. I think we covered everything for now. I'm not sure. I don't think there's any other new gear that stuck with me. Um, I want to see what this is about. Intro, the Midge intro, fancy paint job Midge. What's this selling for? 9 hours ago. Asking 250 Great British Pound. That's kind of steep. Nobody's mentioned anything about it. That's like about what it costs brand new, though. And he's clearly using it. It's not brand new. So I hate to like call out people's sales. It's just the first thing I've seen when I was looking here. Looks like dot stuff has a little resurgence. I mean, this looks clean. This dot V2 or whatever. Oh yeah, did we ever talk about that new dot AIO? I think it's interesting. I mean, I was surprised to find out how modular it was. I didn't realize it did all that different shit. Not that I needed to, but this is killing me. Fucking mule. It's gonna be forever till my mule comes. Yeah, the dot X. Um, it's a little weird looking, but it's kind of cool. Here's somebody posting a J3S V2 with the mix. Aspire mix. I still have that thing. Everyone see this fucking King Charles painting? Looks like the Ghostbusters 2 fucking demon guy. It's fucking creepy. This is not a vape group. This is just like everything group. Yeah, so the whole unknown quarrel that happened. So I hear they never really bounced back from that. I hear what Roz did was kind of divisive, and not that I'm totally surprised, but I'm kind of surprised. I thought a lot of people were just gonna like ignore the whole situation, but yeah, I mean, so it sounds like some sides were chosen or something, and that's kind of the final blow, right? That was the last big hype that the community had going was unknown stuff, right? Everyone was so gung ho about unknown stuff. You look at the likes on pages, right? Like any other high-end boro group compared to Unknown's group, Unknown would have like 4 times as many likes in general toward any post as any other group. I mean, it's just alarmingly, had a ton of interest. He's come out with a lot of like fancy engravings and stuff. Have you guys seen that? But it's still all the same. No matter what, it's still the same RBA. You know what I mean? I mean, I like stuff to look good, but I don't need to just. I'm not as concerned about making my shit look pretty at this point. This is cool looking. So here's a clear Unknown Laura collab that Roz had a picture of. Look, you can even see the sky in the background. It's cool. Oh, of course you can. It's fucking clear. Where's the fancy looking engraving ones? That's why I pulled this up. Yeah, like this is weird. Like, oh yeah, this is the latest one. This is just like over the top. He has a picture. He has an unknown barrel, a cat, of like a yellow brick wall with a little cartoon of him pissing on the wall. Like they're just getting carried away with this shit. It's just like fucking silly. Oh, here's one. Like this is crazy looking. How involved this is. This is like a RJ panel level. Like that's pretty wild. The I guess that is that all Dane doing all that? If it is, he got a lot. He got really good at that stuff. So yeah, they got a lot of interesting pictures and stuff of just fancy caps. That's what we're doing, fancy caps. Yeah. Now this is like when the wraps kind of make sense because it's all clear, so there's no color, there's nothing going on. So to have like your RBA colored, your button colored, and then your wrap, that's when having a exposed battery and making your battery wrap work for you makes sense, right? But in most cases, that's not how it is, right? Here it is. Here's that fucking FTP. Don't let it fool you. This thing is small. So here's like when you see it back, it's really thin. That's got to be, I don't want to say that's like mod of the year. Oh, I forgot. Shit. Delro has a new mod that's really cool looking. It's got the DNA 80C chip in it. As far as I know, it's just been JG like showing it off. I don't know if anyone actually has them. Control's been killing it with their panels, of course. I mean, this is nothing compared to some of the recent stuff I've seen. Okay, yeah, check this video out. This is fucking gnarly. think I've been shot. Look how small this thing is. That's the bottom of it. See how small the mod is? It's so short. 80 watts. He burnt something out just now. That's cool. That's a pretty nifty looking mod. I don't know how comfortable that would be to hold. That's like the size of like an 18350 mod. It looks like the Bantam box or something. The Passport, I could see that a little bit. Just the black boxiness of it. I do like it though. And you know, the 80C. But the 80C with this, I mean, what kind of size lipo can you have in that? For all I know, maybe, you know, if he could just get that lipo shit figured out, like get some a super high ma, small lipo somehow, it'd be awesome. Because his designs are great. Here it is again. It's a little toned down. I mean, I thought more of his, you know, being the name is Delro, it would be cool if more Delro and shit popped up, but I do kind of like the gunmetal look of it. It is pretty neat looking. You know, it doesn't look like a cheap 3D print. Or this is, I don't even know. This may be a Lumide or something. I can't tell. Sometimes I can't tell between those two. And so, yeah. Here's the, oh, look at this. Delro PSO9P. I don't know what the fuck that's supposed to be. This is side load Delro. I've shown these before. But you know, I don't care to try to chase this shit down. It's just not. It's not gonna happen. Wow, this ended up looking cool. I mean, control stuff can really breathe life into anything. I mean, there's the newer 75C, some dimensioned or moon gazers or whatever the fuck they are. Looks great. Here's like a Monarchy one of the side load, I guess. Yeah. I mean, this is all just shit you guys can look at if you want to go into the groups. Wow, look at this reso. Look at them colors. Now that's the kind of reso I want. Some crazy, colorful, psychedelic looking. I love when they look like that. I'm just fucking chiefing away on this thing. Nitrous RTA by Damn Vape. Great thing. On the Smoant Battlestar Mini. This mod did not get much recognition, and it's really fucking awesome. It's just this little aluminum or whatever it is. It's a Galway for all I fucking know. I mean, it's kind of got weight to it. It's probably isn't. But this battery, these magnets, this battery door is incredible. It's a great mod. Great setup all around. It's pretty small, 18650. This was a $30 mod. $30 mod I got on Fast Tech. All right, that's going to be a wrap. I think we had a good show. We covered some ground. Um, I never did find that M-Turk juice. That's what I'm going to do right after this. But yeah, the wheel keeps on turning, and things come out, and a lot of it's pretty cool. So I'm going to keep talking about it, and hopefully we'll be seeing it from me or somebody. These products got to come into somebody's hands, right? You too, Hat Man. Thank you for always, coming through and just always can rely on you. I appreciate that. Really do. It's nice when, you know, that's why I like doing the live. I was doing pre-recorded videos for a little bit there, but it's way better when you have live video and get to interact a little bit like that. So greatly appreciate it. And I'm sure I like jumping on people's streams too. I mean, when I can catch them, they're usually always like I used to love the Grim Green vlog, and then back around COVID, I used to watch it religiously, and then just life gets in the way, and it's just like hard to make time for shit like that. It's you coming from a long ass. For me, I come home from a fucking day, and I don't want to fucking do anything, or I'm just like not there, So I'm usually too fucking tired by the time because he's on the West Coast, so our time zone is just. I'm already like ready for bed by the time he's getting warmed up. So shit. All right, that'll do it. Until next time. I think our next video is number 40, right? Maybe we'll do it on my birthday. My birthday is this Tuesday. I'm gonna be 35, unfortunately. The last 5 years have just I don't know where they went. They just flew the fuck by. Yeah, nice having you here, Reza. Thank you for your participation. Hope to be seeing your name some more. And any of these people, anybody that catches this on the replay, greatly appreciates. So until next time, I will see y'all. You have a good night. Enjoy your Friday evening. All right. Adios.